Take me where the dreams fly higher.
Important note, if you're gonna do this, make sure you unmute the physical microphone and watch your meters. Yeah, thanks for calling that out. We should have audio now. Do you? There, okay, thought so. All right, there might be a little bit of delay on the feedback. That's not your fault, that's just the nature of live streaming. All right, so anyway, let's start over again. Okay. Hello and welcome back to Wrenn. How are you on this fine evening? I hope you are having as good a night as I am. So, Twitch certainly is. I think YouTube is offline, and you know, that really is unfortunate. So I've managed to reverse the problems that I had the other day. So we've made a huge amount of changes here. Effectively starting from scratch. We got rid of Restream. Restream's a fine service, but there were some restrictions I kind of didn't like. So, I'm multi-streaming manually, and things were looking great the other day, but I did something, and now I've lost the YouTube stream part of it. For the life of me, I cannot figure out why that is. So, Twitch, you're gonna have to carry everything for us today. But that's okay. We're here for a show, and by golly, we're just gonna have one, with or without YouTube. We'll sort that out later. This might be a very highly experimental kind of evening, because you might be able to tell by looking. I've changed up the camera quite a bit, and I've changed the things like the broadcast resolution and stuff. Never done any of that before. So hopefully it comes through more clear, and just ends up looking a lot better as we go live here. It's always just kind of hard to tell what you're gonna get. And so we might have to adjust some things on the fly too. That's the nature of it. So, in addition to camera, microphone, did a whole bunch of adjustments here. In fact, it's popping off of the thing there. Basically everything having to do with the stream, besides like the background, is different. So it's a new day. Oh, would you like to, since you're already here, would you like to hear the latest news you can use? So I was very quickly pouring through the news, kind of as fast as I could, and there's some AI assistants aggregating that together, because there are just tons of news trailers or game trailers that come out, and I love watching them. I enjoy getting hyped about games coming out. I don't even care what the game is sometimes. And but one of the bigger things that I noticed popping up is what I mentioned in the oh my goodness, what's the word I'm looking for? In the description is the AI in AAA debate. So AAA games, the big names like Call of Duty and all of that. I don't even know if it's a debate. I think people are just legitimately grumpy about it, and I don't blame them. But I kind of wonder what the nuance of that is. So I dug into it a bit, and I guess of all things, Amazon Games is, it says, officially halting their first-party AAA MMOs. I guess like New World Eternium, I think is how that, or Eternum or something, was delisted. And it sounds like they're trying to scale that back to go more towards something called an AI-powered games. And I guess they had some VP that was like, oh yeah, we're gonna go to casual party and AI-powered games. I don't know what that means, but it's kind of interesting, because it would depend to me sort of entirely on how that AI is used. I guess we already talked about Expedition 33 and how, there was like, hey, they used AI, which, whatever, overstated, but I guess Fatal Fury had a trailer that came out, I guess it was yesterday, and it looks like there was some big backlash. Like, the fans are like, there's AI slop, in the background art. I guess, maybe we'll watch it together, because I don't know what they're on about here. Like, I tried to scrub through it real quick, but I was literally doing show prep at the same time, so we might watch it together, maybe see if we can spot it. But I couldn't tell what the problem was. But I guess it was bad enough that like some Discord moderator resigned. So that's where things are going to start getting dicey. And the last thing I kind of want to say related to that is, I guess it was also pointed out that Steam has an AI disclosure policy, and I'd run into this before looking around at stuff. So you have to disclose if you're using AI stuff, like your art, any videos you put in there, any words or anything like that. And that makes good sense, right? People want to know if you're just throwing AI assets out. But apparently they exempt tooling, what they call background tools. So if you use AI-assisted coding, if you're using like, Windsurf, Cursor, Codex, any of the other big things out there, Claude, to do your coding, apparently that's okay. And that's going to start being a tough sticking point that we're going to have to deal with too. Because it's like, well, if the big game studios do want to leverage the AI to get things faster, or maybe make them more optimized, it doesn't seem like the worst thing in the world. So I don't know what you all think of that. Personally, it's kind of a tough call, right? Because it's, how often does a game release and it's so horribly optimized you can't play it, and it just has a terrible launch that sticks with it forever? I mean, just look at Cyberpunk. Virtually certain no AI was used there, and I don't think things went too terribly well. So I guess it's just the nature of the AI usage that can bother people. And maybe that's the sticking point there. It's like, yeah, use it to help maybe write the code and stuff, because then maybe we get day one releases that don't need a 0-day patch just to be usable. But I can definitely understand like AI art, AI music. Who would ever use those things in a live performance, right? But that's my thoughts on it. It's not really a lot to say. I'm still trying to figure out what the big controversy is there. The idea of AI-powered games sounds cool, but it depends on what it means by AI-powered. If it's like, oh yeah, we had this tool write 10,000 lines of code, isn't that cool? I don't know about all that, but if it's something else, like, turn some camera sharpness down a little bit while I'm distracted. All right. Maybe that'll be better. Oh, maybe that's too far. Goodness. Sorry, see, I told you this is gonna be live. We're literally doing this live. All right. What was I talking about? Oh, I was talking about the tooling and stuff. If you can come up with an AI game where, no joke, you can do like there was a NVIDIA demo, and it was wishful thinking at the time, so I don't know if it's ever going to be a thing. So the idea was like you were in, say, the Cyberpunk bar, the Afterlife bar. You can walk in there and you can have a conversation with the bartender, but you can actually use your voice and actually talk. And because it's an LLM on the other side, it can respond to you in character, and you can basically have a conversation, until the heat death of the universe, if the character would go along with it. Something like that in an adventure game. Can you imagine playing like Witcher 4 whenever that comes out? Or the Elder Scrolls 6 if they ever finish that. And you can actually go into town and actually talk to the people. That would, yeah, see, I think that would be sick. Like Baldur's Gate, whatever the next Baldur's Gate game would be. That would be another great example of it. It wouldn't even have to be voiced, but that's just an example. So I feel like AI in games could be incredible and powerful. It'd be interesting to see how much flack I get for that. Hopefully none. Hopefully that's reasonable. I think if you can use it to enhance the experience of the creators and the consumers, how hard can that be, right? All right, so with whatever goodwill I might have left, I promised you we'd be playing some demos today, and let's get going on that. Now, I don't know if an AI was used to create any of these. I'm going to guess not. But I've got 4 of them here. So... And I don't even think I wrote them all down. And I might have to spin a wheel or something. So we've got Heroes of Might and Magic Olden Era, which it's a demo, but that's going to be kind of a long play one, right? But I'm excited for that because it's a return to the Heroes of Might and Magic 3 situation. Maybe I should just here, let's try something out. Since we modified the stream quite a bit, let's see if these things work. I should be able to open a display frame here. There we go. All right. So we've got all kinds of stuff. This is everything I've got installed in Steam right now, but everything with you can see all the demos here. Do I have a way to sort by category? That'd be nice. There's probably a way to make these all demo, but anyway. So here's my Magic, the Olden Era. That seems fun. And that might be what we work with first. I can't wait to get into that again. But it's definitely a long haul type game. You get into that and you're going to be playing for a hot minute. So, Shape of Dreams, which just popped up for me one day. And it looks like a Diablo kind of game. So we're going to have to break the controller out for that. But how great does that look? Secret of Weepstone. The big appeal to me for this one is that it literally looks like playing 2nd edition D&D or like old school AD&D. There you go. You're in a world of hurt there. So if you're a fan of those old kind of dungeon crawl tabletop games, I mean, that looks great. Oh man, the back button, it just goes everywhere. So, and then those 3, the Solasta 2, I didn't get super far in Solasta. Well, I mean, that already looks way better than I would have expected. As far as I know, Solasta was, I mean, that's some pretty good looking character models, but the idea was you're doing that top down, almost like playing Divinity Original Sin, or maybe something like a Baldur's Gate, but at the time, I think the idea was that it was like a 5th edition D&D rule set. So definitely tabletop RPG, but in video game format. And then the last one, I've actually already played it, so it's very last on my list, and I very much enjoyed it. But Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown, literally get to, it would have been so happy with this 20 years ago, 20, 30, whenever Voyager was being broadcast. It's the XCOM management, but in Voyager. So you can see here you've got the different compartments. You can zoom in and you can see everybody just doing whatever it is they're doing in there. I guess you have space battles, but you have the scenarios where you have to pick your crew and run them through on things. And I think what's really fun about it is, at least in the full game, which is actually going to come out February 18th, so that's just right around the corner. Man, that might warrant an on-stream playthrough. That might take more than a demo. So one of the things I like about it, though, is your ability to sort of change history. So each run through it, you get to do your own decision making, like with the Tuvix episode, which I love that they called that out specifically, because that one's pretty fun in the Star Trek community. You can make different choices. I mean, you can bypass the whole game, really, in the first act if you really want to. If you're like, wow, why didn't Janeway just get them home in the first episode? That seems possible. You can kind of do that. Look at that. It just feels like it's been so long since we had a really good Star Trek game, or at least I haven't bothered with any of the new ones. Like maybe Star Trek Online might be the closest we get to a good one, and I never played it. So. All right. I have no idea what we should play first. Actually, I do. I want to try this one, Secret of Weepstone. Because this just looks fun. Alright, let's do this up properly. We're going to switch to the game mode. Okay. And because of the setup, I actually have to start the game and then tell OBS to look upon that game. As I do the specific window capture, now you should be able to see everything I do, which is darkness. There we go. All right, everything being in black and white might be a little rough. Is this flickering? Okay, that's just...
Nestled in the shadow of its imposing, now abandoned keep, sits the dwindling riverside village of Weepstone. But things were not always so. For in times gone by, a man from the east, known only as Raal, grew to power, waging a relentless campaign westward. After crossing the mountains into the kingdom of Talesworth, he established his seat of power and constructed a stronghold from which to oversee his lands. He called this stronghold Weepstone Keep. Many wondered what compelled this mysterious and seemingly unstoppable warrior to end his bloody campaign in this place. But the years were good to Weepstone and its people, their harvests unfailingly robust, and their industries the envy of neighbors both near and far. However, Raal would not live forever, and upon his death, his lands passed to his eldest son, Byron, and thus began the troubled times.
Oh, Byron.
Long past are the seasons of plenty for Weepstone and its people, whose fields now sit barren, the people forsaken by the good fortunes they once took for granted. To the astonishment of many, Byron abandoned Weepstone Keep for a modest manor on a hill near the town, and forbade anyone to return to its halls. Now the town barely survives, mostly as an unwelcome stop along a trade route used by merchants too impatient to travel the hospitable roads of the south. Only the trapped or the desperate continue to call this bleak place their home.
Well,
Our
terrible.
story begins here, on a night of ill omen, as the people of Weepstone have been called to the tavern for reasons unknown.
They know why they're there. There's only one reason to go to a tavern.
Good people of Weepstone, I've summoned you here to discuss a matter of grave importance. My brother and your lord, Byron, has fallen ill.
Oh, no.
He is rarely conscious. His nights are fraught with fevered dreams and terrible nightmares. The healers know not what ails him.
Guilty conscience.
In his half-waking state, he mumbles incoherently of Weepstone Keep, the castle that our father built, our childhood home. I can only hope that it is there where answers may lie.
Interesting.
Are there any among you willing to delve into that forsaken place to find the source of Byron's torment? I will not lie. There is undoubtedly great danger waiting for any who venture there, in the form of both man and beast. While the keep and its contents have been forbidden since our exile, I hereby decree that any brave enough to take on this task may enter, explore, and importantly, keep what they may find within its walls.
Well, that's all you had to say.
Who among you will take up this duty? I need 6 volunteers. Please,
All
I
right.
would rather not have my hand forced to choose.
Okay, so I get to... Cool. So I just get to go through here and click on these characters. The end is near. I don't know that he's going to be that helpful. So, presumably each one of these has a character class to them. So... I mean, this looks like a bard here. The Songbird of Trent. Kylan Quinn. Recent career as a bard is derailed when she shattered her fretting hand in a bar fight. Ooh. Okay, so future class... oh, it's unavailable in demo. Okay. Interesting, so you have a musician. Oop. Can't use that, so I can just click a different one. Egbert Graham. So he's a... Oh, future class magic user, but he's a cook now. Okay. Well, how about this Doomsayer dude? So, okay, he's the blacksmith, future class cleric. Okay, so I wonder how that works. And how do you... Okay, so your future class is an elf. That seems strange, but I guess that's the way old games were. Your class was elf or dwarf. You weren't like an elf ranger or anything like that. Okay, so what do we got? The kid. Street urchin, thief, that makes sense. Another thief. Okay, so he's not in the demo. The village idiot will become a fighter. Housekeeper, cleric. The baker is also... Oh, she is an elf, and then you become a fully realized elf. Okay, and you have a dwarf here. Okay, let's try that. It's actually kind of like...
I said I would stick to plows and horseshoes. But I still know how to swing a hammer. I'll go.
That's right, there you go. Okay, magic... Okay, so... Another dwarf. Halfling. So these classes, and then... These classes actually do feel very much old school, or like there's a tabletop RPG called Dungeon Crawl Classics, which I've gotten to play recently, which it's very much like this kind of setup, where you start as a peasant and you have to like earn or roll your class once you get going there. Elf, which one was gonna be the fighter? Is it just the village idiot? Cleric, okay.
Okay. What's the key?
That's a great question. Let's go find out. That one can be a cleric, and okay, he's not available, so we'll take
I'll go.
cleric.
I'm not as young as I once was, but maybe my years at the keep will be of some help.
Where you go, I go. I love.
All right, what was the magic users I could take? You the magic user? Nope. Need a magic user. Oh, I've already got him. Okay. Oh. You pick one, you get the other automatically, I guess? That's fine. Alright, so I have Dwarf and Fighter, which I more or less are the same thing, I think. But I'd very much like two fighter types. And then... Is it the Halfling or Thief? Take the kid. Nothing. Okay. And then I think an elf would work. I think. Yeah, let's
It
try
is beyond me to make this choice. This path has already been chosen for me.
Okay. Well, this can be that ray of sunshine. Let's go to the keep.
And so the unlikely party set out for the keep, arriving at the
this.
gates just as the evening light began to fail.
Do we have guards up here? Oh, do I have to use WASD? For the moment I do, unless I can change that, which I don't know if it's super worth it. Yeah, it's a lower resolution than I'd like, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm one of the nerds that a million years ago learned to use EDSF, and then I've never figured out how to use WASD. So we get a scepter with the crest. That seems important. Can it be used as a weapon? Okay. No, but we're going to keep a hold of that. Are these guys or are they statues? It is a statue.
One can only assume the formidable visage on this statue is Ra.
Alright. It's got a shield and a scepter. This one doesn't have the scepter. So
One can only
pretty straightforward. Put the scepter into its
The
hand.
scepter snaps into place.
And then... there's presumably a combination of things.
The party lifts with
We can't open that. There is a door, but I feel like we should be able to move the arms to get these two even. Let's try that out
one
real
can
quick.
only assume.
Move arm.
The arm seems to be designed to act as a lever and is.
Already in the down position? Well, in that case, let's pull this arm.
One can only assume.
So you pull the arm and you trigger a badly concealed needle trap. Alright, so you gotta dodge out of the way. So we need to roll a... the character must roll under a percentage based on the check. Oh! You must roll under that number. That makes sense. I don't know why I'm thinking of it the other way around. So we gotta roll, I guess, under a 45. Okay, sometimes it's... oh, so we are cut in half. No. We take 1 damage from the needle, but, you know. But he's tough, look at him. Alright, so we get some healing potion. How wonderful. You hold on to that. Okay. So I thought this was going to be grid-based, but it's free movement. That could get kind of interesting. I hope the combat is turn-based. Press M to see the location. Oh, that is cool. Wow. That is the... so you get the actual adventure module as your map. Look at this. This is incredible. I could not be more pleased with that. Oh, it's the little things. One more time. Sorry, I'm just so happy. It just makes me want to get my old AD&D books out, and I just want to build a character right now. Just all the books open around me, pencil and paper, just being old school about it. Yeah, this demo
This
is
door is
already
not
doing its
locked,
job.
but it refuses all attempts. No
Listen at the
discernible
door.
sound.
Let's leave that alone for the moment and go to a door that is open, which I think was back here. I like the way the lighting works. Oh, so it just pulls me
Spartan
in.
beds and matching foot chests hint at this room's use as a barrack of some kind. The ravages of looters and time have been unkind, leaving it in shambles.
Okay, so there's weapons in here. Ooh. Take all of it. Like, I don't know what weapons we do have, so we should probably look. So you got main hand sword, rusty dagger, and you're an idiot. You're not a fighter yet. D6, D4. Okay, if you can use that, so much the better. I don't think he can use an offhand. That's okay. Oh, this is shared inventory. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay. Blacksmith hammer. Well, I got something for you, don't I? Let's see. He's got a cleaver? I don't see the problem with that. A loaded teddy bear. Okay. Filled with metal pellets. It swings like a flail. Well, that does better than a D4 -1. Yuck. Like, D6 -1. Okay, so these are like using those different kinds of dice. Those, what are they called? They're not Noki dice. I don't know. They're like D3 and D14. They're not the standard, the standard dice you would use for Dungeons and Dragons. That might be the difference here. I'm gonna give the Morning Star to our dwarf. Want the people that are supposed to hit things really, really hard. Basic chest. A sling. Yeah, that's great news. I'll bet. So the cleric's already got a sling. Does our magic user maybe should have a sling? Do we have to have stones to do it? I'm guessing not. Okay. Hopefully ammo is infinite. Is there anything in here? Nope, I guess there's not. I'm already having a great time.
The sound of small boots disturbs the quiet of the room as small figures burst forth from the haphazard barricade. They brandish crude weapons and seem particularly intent on defending their hideout.
Well, maybe there's room for discussion. We didn't see a thing. Nope, it's combat. Alright, so hopefully... So we roll initiative. Our dice are black, and there's our green. That's cool. It rolls in the world. That is the coolest thing. So 3 rows, front, middle, and back. Okay. Melee weapons can only attack directly in front of them. Reach can attack from 2 rows away, which is nice, and ranged attack at any distance. That surprises me. Oh, it's because they're back there. Okay. So if I want to just go to town on this dude right here. 18. That could not be a better roll. All right. And so back there, they'll have to close, I think, to do a melee attack, which is all they've got. So, yeah, I think... These guys have axes. That guy has a dagger. Let's just work him over. Oh, it's rusty, so it's almost trash. That's cool. All right, so can she attack? Yes. Keep hitting him. The character is not in the front row, but they have a close range weapon. They'll need something with reach. I've added a spear. Oh, hey, thanks. Free spear. So the loaded teddy bear won't work, but I can give him a spear. I guess there's no penalty to... Oh, changing equipment uses an action. Okay. Well, I could have just waited for him to close distance, but okay. We're all learning. So he's got a sling. Sling these dudes. That's gotta be a bad miss. You get a 7? Yeah. Okay. 4 is acceptable. Take that. Alright. Must meet or exceed armor class. Yep, we know. Alright, so this is their stuff. Oh gosh! Oh no! Yeah, that'll do it. Whew. Wow, we took way more damage than I would have liked. Double click attacks. Okay, I'm glad they put that in here. Oh no! Okay, so critical miss doesn't cut us in half instantly or something. There's our crit. Okay, I like that. I like the fanfare around that. I have magic scrolls. Can only be used by magic users and elves. That makes sense. An elf is like a... Yeah. I guess a magic user. Divine scrolls used by clerics. You start as unskilled. Level 0 common folk. You become level 1 and then you level up into a thing. This character has arcane potential. They can use arcane scrolls. Okay. Do I have to use it? I don't want to. Alright, we'll just We'll learn. So magic missile, I'm assuming, automatically hits. Oh, man. And then we just roll for damage. Okay. Yeah, that was brutal. We took a lot more damage than I would have hoped from that. A good dagger. So yeah, we need to start dumping rusty weapons. Because even when we did hit, yeah, we're losing. Hang on a second. How do my keys work? There. I was losing. What's this do?
A grinding noise, followed by the sound
Of scraping metal from somewhere in the keep. I wonder, for one, if we need to use a small healing potion. I guess we'll find out, because the metagamer part of me is thinking the only hit point number that matters typically is 0. Like, we are still just as combat effective as at 1 or 100, but I don't know if we die immediately upon hitting 0. So I guess we'll just find out. I'll hold that for now, because then, yeah, I could heal him, but then the dwarf goes down in one shot or something, right? And then I'm gonna feel like a real dum-dum. Oh, and we need to apply that dagger to somebody who can use it. Spear, that. Like, even the rusty spear, it does have a -1, but, it's not the worst thing in the world. And I feel like... I like that 1d6, though. Here, let's put that in there. I think he could just wait next time. We'll save the spear. Can you dual-wield spears? No, you can't. Okay, this isn't Might and Magic. Alright, Rusty Cleaver, the Blacksmith's Hammer is still okay. Yeah, and I think the sling will be okay, too. Is this open?
This door is wedged shut.
I could have Egbert barrel into it. No, not with a 20% chance of success. I like that we know the odds.
A foul odor pervades this place. A smell so heinous it is beyond description. A sitting board runs the length of the far wall with 3 openings. Despite the buzzing flies, you hear the faintest sound of rushing water that seems to be coming.
Oh, yeah, well, oh good, we can investigate. Let's open that treasure chest up.
Peering into the opening shows a drop that leads out of sight and into absolute darkness, farther than any sane person would attempt to climb. Unless of...
Why would you climb into that? Got the same thing here.
Your guts roil. Your eyes water. Whatever faith you have is tested by the putrid fumes that waft from this unholy maw. Shockingly, the latrine is not only quite full, but its contents are surprisingly fresh.
Surprisingly fresh?
A glint of gold sits just out of reach.
Glint of gold sits just out of reach. Do you go into the latrine? I mean, look at these handprints. Is that where you want to be? Let's have someone climb in. I was gonna make you go into it. Oh, okay. Didn't expect it.
You sift blindly through horrors within, and to your surprise, you retrieve what feels like a ring.
I would not do that. I just figured it's a demo. We should try everything.
You emerge from the hole, smelling foul and feeling quite ill. And let us see if you are poisoned.
So the narrator literally is the dungeon master. This might be an instant day one.
Let's just say that you're poisoned.
Oh, good. Thank you, benevolent dungeon master. that is actually, I think, worth it. To have it, it's a ring of regeneration. That's incredible. All right, let's give that to that guy. So he will heal a hit point when combat ends. My hope is that the 3 frontliners there will be taking the hits. I think I'm done climbing into those. All right, stats. Mortal favors. Okay, that sounds great. Where does it show that I'm poisoned, and where does it show that what that means? Maybe it's not an ongoing effect. Maybe it's just breath weapons over us. Okay. Yeah, maybe it was just you took a piece of damage from being poisoned. I would still say that's well worth it, though. Yeah, I didn't expect to go head first into the latrine. My goodness, but. Anyway, like I was saying earlier, this feels like an instant buy for me. I am pretty well entertained by this.
This door is not locked.
Okay, so that's still locked. This is cool. I wonder if it works with Steam Deck. Because I could see myself.
Lifts with their combined might, but can do little to move the steel.
I can see myself playing this.
This stately but smaller hall seems to have served as a gallery of sorts. Crumbled detritus of carved busts and toppled plinths lie in shambles across the floor. The only remnants that hint at the original grandeur of this place are the large...
Like, I don't want to bore you with hearing all the audio. I mean, I think it's really good. There's murals to look at. Show things. Okay. Let's proceed some further and see if we can get into some more trouble. Because I did promise you more demos. And now here I am having fun. I do feel like we're going in circles. We are. Okay, so we're back at the start, and now we have sort of a shortcut out of there. I'd like to know what that is, but whatever. Maybe we could have gone this way the whole time. I just didn't see the door.
This door is locked.
Okay. We are probably going to have to start bashing doors down, or just opening them.
The large forge at the center of this room seems long dormant, but...
Some steel ingots. I suppose there's no reason not to take it.
You've already got one of those.
Okay, so you only get one? Interesting. So, I would suspect that there's a puzzle to be done here, which would be pretty cool.
You lean in, lighting the forge with your torch. It is in...
Okay, so it's only just lit. We can put the ingot in here. And then... Oh, what's this? Now, we do nothing there. Use the bellows to
The
get it
forge
going.
begins heating up as you pump the bellows. As more air pumps into the forge is as hot as it's going to get. The heat feels good.
We're gonna melt that.
As the steel ingot melts,
Hey.
the molten steel flows into the indentation and drains out through a hole.
It's already gone.
You seem to be missing something.
This reminds you of Amnesia. Really? I seem to be missing something. I missed what it said, but that's okay. What was I doing here? I had an option to... Yeah, chocolate. It does look like that. It's saying we seem to be missing something, and I don't know what it is. So we melted the steel, and it's making something. There might be an item we need to do something with it, but that's gonna do. Oh, hey.
A filthy, disheveled man holding a knife cowers in the corner while eyeing you cautiously.
What are you lot doing in here?
I'd ask you the same thing, stranger.
Well, it's been raining of late. Old Krieg needed to get me head dry.
Makes sense to me. Have you found anything out of the ordinary in the keep?
Other than all the creatures who want me dead, nothing in particular. No.
You sure about that? This is a long shot, but you're not somehow a ghost or the reincarnation of Ral, right? I don't know what the odds of that are. Would you like to join the party? It's nice to meet you. See you later. Let's be screwballs and ask if he's a ghost or a reincarnation.
No, would that I were. Old Roll never had to sleep on musty straw and lap up rainwater to slack his thirst.
Let's ask him to come with us.
Sure.
All right, so we can have more than 6 people. I don't know what he has to offer us. He's an exile. He is a latent thief. Okay. Whoops. What am I doing? Oh. So I can move character. Oh, I can move him back to the 3rd rank. That's what they were talking about earlier. Okay, cool. These, okay, so up here, melee range, this is the 2nd rank. That makes sense. Okay. All right, so we have 7 people now, and maybe we'll find more.
The smith's quarters are Spartan and humble, but must have once been a comfortable respite from the heat and ringing of the...
All right, so this is probably what we need. A key mold. There we go. That would have helped. So we just poured it uselessly. I thought there was already a mold in there. Smithy's note.
Yo, I'm a daft, blasted idiot. I just can't seem to keep my head on straight anymore these days. 1. Forge the armory key for the 3rd time this year. 2.
Daggers.
Finish up Larona's set of fancy daggers. 3. Ask the apothecary about these blasted nightmares.
All right, cool. These blasted nightmares. All right, so that's cool. That looked like dwarvish script. And for what you see in pictures of it and stuff. So we get another ingot. And now we're just gonna go full, I don't know, full survival. Whoops, darn it. It's already hot, so I don't have to do everything again.
As the steel ingot melts...
Yeah, okay, all right, let me try this again. Use item, key mold, bammo. It's a lot of steel. It's a lot of steel for a key. And he mentioned finishing up some fancy daggers, which, if we could find the mold for that,
as the ingot begins
sweet.
to melt, the steel slowly oozes into the mold. After a few minutes, the newly forged key is just barely cool enough to handle.
It's just like us, right? An armory key. Okay. Cool. All right. So there was a door that was locked. I think that was over here.
This door is locked. You hear
Now that's
soft chittering, followed by the clatter of metal on stone.
That's cool that it played the sound that we hear. I can't see anything going wrong with this. Oh, God.
Your entrance startles the large, scuttling creature that seems to have been nibbling on
weapons there.
what remains of an axe blade. It rears up in surprise, emitting an eerie, chittering noise.
The building of rabbits. All right, what's our initiative? Oh, that's a lower number. I figured it'd go a D20, but... An iron belly? No problem. Wait, what's this? Oh, no. Now we'll find out about... Okay, so you die. Death is not unusual, believe it or not. They die, they convey otherworldly boons called mortal favors upon friends and loved ones. Okay. Alright, so, altered destiny. A quizzical smile forms on Starla's face in her final moment, as though she finally knew the answer to a long-pondered question. The party sees the life of the young woman flash before them, all leading to this moment. Once per combat, the party may reroll one to hit or damage roll result. Well, that would be frustrating. It's like, I got the answer. Oh. Okay, well that is the worst thing that's ever happened. Hit this thing. 5 is not going to cut it. Neither is a 6. All right, well, maybe this is the end of our party and our demo. Rusted weapons. Does the rust do better since it's iron belly? Alright, I kinda... I'm gonna move him up front. Just shove the corpse back. Throw a sling at this. Well, sling the sling. If there's nothing in range to attack, you can right-click or press escape. Okay. So we could move him up. But we'll just pass for now. Natural 1. Should have used the Alter Destiny. Corrode Metal? That sounds terrible. Yeah, please miss with that. And it also... This thing gets 2 actions, but it misses both. Alright. Right. Go to work on this thing. Full damage. Badly hurt. Okay, great. 10? No. Natural 20. Let's reroll that. The loaded teddy bear. And all it cost was the life of 1 elf.
The earthy smell of rusting metal and leather gone to rot fill this chamber that clearly once served as an armory.
Okay, so there's a lot of moldering armor. That looks okay. That looks great. Okay, cool. So he's got a shield. And you can probably use a shield. Perfect. Morningstar spear. Okay, great. Corroded weapons. Those sound like they're terrible.
These weapons have been corroded.
Okay, never mind. They can't do anything. Darn it. It's a lever. Cool. Victory, perhaps a turning
point. Grinding.
A victory, perhaps a turning point. That sounds like something from Darkest Dungeon. Am I being trolled? Let's see. We have a Morningstar now. Let's replace that spear with it. Because now we can do full damage and not get a -1. You've got a rusty dagger. Rather you have a spear because you're in the back rank now. You can also use a spear in the back rank, can't you? What was I thinking earlier? So they've got spears. You need to... Nope, not you. Nope. 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 Okay, whatever. Move here. So she can be in the back. And you can keep the sling. So now everybody can do stuff. Like, I don't suppose it mattered if she was in the back, but, you know. This is a +1 dagger. That's kind of okay. It's not better than what we've got here, but that's good to know. Can't do offhands, but hey, you know. We'll save it. All right. Well, now that we know that the death rules are vicious, yeah, there's regret for not using that healing potion. So I'm hoping to finish the demo, or one way or the other, with success or with death.
Before you spans a
Yeah, that's a picture of Ral. Is there anything behind these
depicted
things?
in the mural.
Looks like that's a no. Wow, it is dark in here, isn't it? Fortunately, all the torches are lit. And hey, now the portcullis is open. Nothing can go wrong with this open field.
A large, barren courtyard opens before you, complete with mature trees and cobblestone walkways. As you cross the threshold, a sprinkling of pebbles and dust rain down from above.
We're about to get jumped. Whoa! Okay.
From atop the towering walls surrounding the courtyard, a group of screeching kobolds vault the parapets and descend upon you.
Alright, kobolds. Like little dragon wannabe dudes. Oh no. They're gonna reap a grim harvest. No, they're not! Oh no. Phew, man. Oh, you're really not that great. Oh, that came right at the screen. Hey, no, 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 no! Don't you dare! Oof! These are dangerous creatures. Alright, let's get this sword dude out of the way. You're deaf, good. It's like, we can have big hits, but we do need to make sure that they drop, so even if it's excess damage. We have a sling. I don't think we can hit the sling guys with our melee attacks, so... There we go. Near death. Alright. And out of range for the spear. Oh, darn. Well, maybe I should have hit this guy. Do that again. Better. We control our own destiny. Excellent. Okay, so they get to come up close. Alignment C. I'm assuming that means chaotic. Oh no! One shot. Kirk seems resigned to his fate as he breathes his last, finally free from the burden of his dark past. All characters are granted a plus 3% chance of success in their ability tests. Well, mastery of none. All right, well, it's good hanging out with you then. Goodness. Oh, no. We need these things in pieces. That should do it for him. All right, you remaining 3. Somebody's got to be able to hit it. All right, the kid's got it. Whew. My goodness. It's like, and then we need to take that ring of regeneration and pass it over. In fact, you need to drink this. Okay, we got a hit points. But it's like, yeah. I don't know. That's not that many.
Despite your best effort.
This door doesn't open. It looks like that person wants to throw down. Now, let's go find out. That looks like...
You there? Who are you that dares enter this sacred place?
no one, just want to pass. We come on behalf of the Lord of Weepstone.
Truly, I'm surprised the ignorant fool still lives.
Same.
I would see you clearer. Come closer. Now. It would be rude to not introduce myself to guests. I am Laronia, the ever faithful. You say you've come on behalf of Byron. How does he fare? Still a craven,
He's fallen ill, plagued by troubled dreams. Troubled.
How tragic. Maybe he'll pull through.
There is no time for this. What do you know of Lord Byron's illness?
I know of ways to end his suffering.
Tell me more.
Let me show you.
Combat? Yeah. Oh, it favors us. Hey, that's cool. All right, so looks like she's got a bone to pick with us. All right. So I've got, I suppose these are all equally horrible to battle. So she's out of range, but hopefully she doesn't just keep spawning them. But I don't know why she wouldn't. Oh, well, these things aren't. No. Reroll. No, it's even worse. Okay. Break out the teddy bear. Alright. Now, to the extent that a spear will work on a skeleton, let's try it. Natural 1! Right through the ribs. I wanted to clear this out because that might pull her forward. And I have a feeling that these guys are in front for a reason. She's probably like some kind of ranged caster kind of thing. Oh, what did I just do? Okay. I guess she just attacked whatever. Cold person. Oh, okay. His saving throw failed, so he's paralyzed. That's super. You are gonna be hurting. You may not survive 2 rounds. take out the most injured first, as one does. As unless it weakens them, you gotta reduce the number of attacks. It's a quick grab the teddy bear from his hand. All right, there we go. So she is pulled forward. And just run her through with that spear. No, use the other end. Throw a rock right at her face. Yeah. Okay, damaged. That seems okay. No, it was on the 2. D20s don't do that. Oof. Mace to the face. There we go. +1 strength, that's 20. Bam, squarely right. Okay. Okay, so this is the boss fight. No, not low hit points. Yeah, that's not sufficient. All right, you take it easy for a round. Yeah. It's okay. It's fine. That was just a calibrating swing. You have to do those sometimes. See, it set his spouse up to just throw a 4 right into her face. Badly hurt. All right. What do you got? Oh, we might lose our dwarf. We lost our dwarf. As the hardy Ray dies, those around him feel their own constitution and brawn buoyed by their lost companion's considerable fortitude. Next 3 characters that would be killed in combat survive the attack and are restored to 1 health. Well, this is the time for it. Oh, no! Right, break out the teddy bear. Life squandered. A natural 1. This guy, that is 2 critical fumbles in a row. I don't know if they were serious, but I remember a DM in the past saying, yeah, if you roll back to back or like 3 critical natural 1s in a row, your character dies or something. Those would be miserable rules, though.
No.
Yeah, that's the worst. All right, well, all right, our other fighter's going. Oh, that's right, last stand. Duh. Who'd have thought the old Aki in the basement would suck? Or Alki, not Aki. Jeez. I don't know if he is an alchemist. Maybe he was. He was something. He was doing something else with concoctions. I think he was just drinking, whatever. There we go. Whew. Man, we have lost a person every single fight.
I must have misinterpreted the omens. Today, he calls for me. It matters not. I am only a servant in his grand designs. It has already begun.
And with that, the spark of life fades from the mad priestess.
Oh, as a priestess,
leaving
okay.
behind naught but a dead-eyed rictus.
Drunkard. Yeah, I thought she was like a ghost or a. Like at first I was like, is this a lich? That would be ridiculous, but priestess makes sense. That would make the whole person make sense. Thank you for playing. All right. This game is a love letter to the art and playstyle of classic RPGs of the 80s that we love so much. Just a small slice of the adventure and danger that awaits. I am pretty sure I have this wish listed on Steam. If not, I'm definitely gonna make sure of it. And if you had fun with that one, like I did, just kind of watching it, I'd encourage you to wish list that too. That seems like a day 1 buy for me. That was great. That was fun. What a good demo. All right, I spent more time in that one than I intended to, but who cares? Dainzykins, thank you very much for following. You have impeccable taste. All right, what do we got next? So I've got a couple others left, and I figure we can do one more demo tonight. I'm thinking Shape of Dreams, because I feel like I know what we're getting with, Might and Magic, or Heroes of the Olden Era. Heroes of Might and Magic, the Olden Era. My goodness, how do you pronounce the game? And Solasta 2 is definitely going to be a longer haul RPG, I'm pretty sure. So we're going to plug in the old controller, because I think we'll need that. Let me find a USB port that is open and available. And let's see if I can plug it in correctly on the first try. All right, this might be more difficult than I ever imagined. Let's get Shape of Dreams started. An error occurred launching this game, no licenses. Does it still have a demo? Oh, it officially launched, so I'm assuming the demo is no longer valid. Well, that's unfortunate. All right, that's fine. Well, we don't need the Xbox controller then. Okay. I just want to go through Weepstone a lot. Solasta 2, I guess? So be it. We're on an RPG kind of kick right now, right? We had so much fun with that. Let's jump into it. All right. Switcheroo the game capture. There we go. Oh, we're loading. Okay. You can't see it behind me, but it's... Wait, there we go. Loading. A short adventure with a pre-made party. That's great news, because... sometimes just picking the party, I mean... That's like a 2-hour situation. Minimum. Unreal Engine is already a win. I feel like we're going to see a lot more Unreal Engine. And yeah, that's absolutely great news. It probably helps the developers a lot too. Just have that common unified tool set, not having to learn like a proprietary thing just to get started. All right. Whoa. We got stuff going on over here. All right, there's a lot of stuff here that I'm not reading. Like, wow, that's a lot of words. Too bad I'm not reading any of them.
Finally, this is it. Tor Wrenn.
Can't wait to see Ellie again.
I'm curious about the giant statue she told us about.
Gods, she wasn't lying about the mana flows everywhere.
The mana flows are a thing. Okay. Whoa, oh. Alright, so how do I rotate? There we go. Just like that. We walk around the world. Wow, there's a lot of screen tearing so far, but we haven't touched any options, so let's figure out what we're doing. Observe.
What happened here?
I hope that's not Ellie's home. Otherwise, we're sleeping in a tent.
Acid. Looks like the work of a black dragon.
So it's like, what happened here? Well, I guess we're sleeping in a tent, you know. Someone might have been killed. Yeah, might have been a black dragon, but yeah. We're gonna have to rough it.
This place is magnificent.
There's some folks there. Let's ask them what's up. Yeah, when I see all these mana flows, how far can we zoom out? Okay, not very far. First thing I thought of, honestly, was Final Fantasy XIV. It's like, oh, good, we've got ether everywhere. Alright, we cannot do anything here, and they don't care. So, let's move through the mana, I guess. XP for observing. It is nice. I don't know that that's super unusual in a lot of games now. It's like using your skills and taking the time to gather some information usually comes with like some small little reward like that, which is nice because, you know, it's nice to have a solution that's not just, you know, kill everything. All right, so what do we got going here? I mean, it's a town, but I want to... Oh, I'm supposed to find Ellie and talk to her. Well, how am I supposed to find that? Now, can I press a key and highlight? Okay. So it's like a lot of games. You can press the Alt key and find out the clickable things. Food rations, a polished coral, and throwing daggers. Don't need to pick up items that you just want to sell. Combers will do it for you. That's interesting. I'll have to... well... We'll take the throwing daggers. So if you just want to sell it, I guess... the combers will do it for you. That's interesting. That's fair. You get XP and WoW for discovering new areas. That's true.
Hello, adventurers. Welcome to my humble shop.
What is happening to my... It's hard for me to tell what's happening. Okay, so this is a shop. I'm not too interested. Find a Comer's outpost. I guess it was just saying that right there this whole time.
What's the starting bid for this unique sand lion fang? Or do I hear 10 gold? 9?
I wonder if the idea of the Comers is that...
Come on, everyone! Gotta make a living! Oh, where's Jabori? He said he'd bring me some shells and pearls today.
Yeah, sorry, I'm getting distracted by so many voices going on. If the Comers basically, you clear an area and they sort of like passively find all the lootable items, it's kind of a little bit weird in a way. It would be like your Palico in Monster Hunter, which would be cool. You're saying it's stressing you out with the movement is... Oh, it's because it's point to click, maybe? I'm not doing a good job of... Yeah, it does feel a little clunky, but this is how Solasta 1, I'm pretty sure, was played. All these sort of RPGs like this. Again, Baldur's Gate,
Good thing none of us are afraid of
Pathfinder.
heights.
Someone's pointing fingers. How rude.
How rude. You control a single character at a time. Rest of the party follows. Yeah, okay. Does not affect how the game plays. Just the character you control. Everyone can become a leader. Okay, that's fine. Whoever's the leader, you can remain that way. I'm hoping to get to a combat situation and give that a try. Because we can see that, you know, they have an action bar. Does he have spells? Oh, we do have spells. Divine Favor. Bless. Looks like, you know, teleport. What are the guys anyway? So is this... Oh, okay. So we have a dwarf paladin, a human fighter cleric, Forgot all about splitting levels. It's just been too long since I've played an RPG, I guess. Elf Sorcerer and a Halfling Rogue. I think that's it, right? Okay. Alright, I'm finding a ton of non-interactive areas so far.
Are you sure you know where you're going?
Nope. I have no clue where I'm going. Nope. What's that? Oh, that's a drop. I like it. Okay. I guess we can just use our incredible powers of camera here to look ahead a bit. Oh, this is a huge statue of some kind. Okay. Move the container, but I'm not that interested in it. I seem to find a dead end, unless this is like a... So, this is like a Thunderbluff lift right here. 21 AC on the dwarf? Oh, maybe. He is a paladin. Yeah, they're here. Armor class 21. 16, 12, and 14. So, that makes sense. Okay. Well, I know who's gonna lead the way. Hopefully that's an incredible, impossible to hit number.
An earthquake?
An earthquake?
This is a bad place to be for an earthquake. Right, how do we go down the lift? I guess that's the neat part. You don't. Elevator challenge. We could probably take it. Yeah, I don't know what the combat modifiers are. I mean, if we look at his sword, he's got a +5 to hit. So, if you roll a d20 and you get a +5 on that, I mean, 25 is not impossible to hit. You just need to be able to roll a 16. You know, still tough, but not entirely impossible, I think. It's probably gonna be more possible than I would like for it to be. Man. The sky dims. That's how bad these earthquakes are. All right, I don't want to go looting. I really want to move us along. One of the reasons I haven't fired this demo up, and indeed I haven't played a lot of Solasta 1, despite I think being on sort of the 5th edition rule set, or something really close to it, is simply that these kind of games do take a lot of time. And that can be good because you can get a really good story out of it. But
I need more time to unload. That's all.
More time? I need my stuff unloaded too, mind you.
What's going on here?
Who's asking?
People who are thinking about burning down your damn caravans.
Did he pay you to say that?
I can speak for myself. Move!
You have no rights.
Unbelievable.
okay, she's shockingly aggressive. Move or we'll break your legs. Okay. The mayor has complained, so that's a lie. Think about your reputation. And the paladin, yeah. Oops. Well, I guess being a fighter, that has a relatively good chance of working. Start a fight? Yeah, why not?
You. Move your caravan, or we break your legs, so that you'll know how it feels to be unable to walk the damn road.
Wow. Calm down.
Yeah,
I'll move
whoa,
the caravan. No need to get so inflamed.
Just a little bit of diplomacy. Sometimes you need to... Sometimes you gotta break a few legs. Alright, so we just went around in a circle. So we have accomplished nothing. But yeah, what I was saying earlier about games like this is they can tell incredible stories and really get you involved. But they can really be a time sink. And there are plenty of times where that's exactly what you want, right? It's like, I want a game that'll take me 60 plus hours of really cool story and deep character growth and all that. There are other times where it's like, look, I got 2 hours a week, that kind of thing. I only have so many of these hours available, and sometimes I can't dedicate it to just one game. So that's kind of how that goes sometimes. All right, so I'm going backwards, but I was hoping something changed back here because I don't know where Ellie is. And I don't know where the Comers are. And I didn't get to start a fight either. He ran away. Ran away. But this feels like a situation where I could spend literally hours in this town. There's the mayor. Hey! It's like, yeah, we told those caravanners that you were gonna pay for that. Just enjoy. Like, I'm not seeing anyone named Ellie. And I'm not seeing anything that screams out Comer to me. Can harvest. Now, a fun thing about click to move is you can just zip over to here, click a spot, have them walk, then go refill your tea, and come back to the game when they're ready. All right. Now this is... That person's... Okay. Find the mission... Okay, well, I'm just passively getting quests now. Eavesdropped on a conversation. Well... Do they know where Ellie is? So it's like without being a complaint generating engine here, I'm hoping you kind of see my earlier point. It's like sometimes it can be a time sink and you're just like, how do I get out of the town? Yeah, I'm sure ability checks are complicated. That's because there's a lock-pickable thing right here. Now, Weepstone might be as complicated to get started in the full game. We don't know yet. We did get a nice curated demo. But the demo did respect my time pretty well. Like, it gave you just enough to give you that D&D feel, and then said, here's the front door, figure it out. Start using your, using your puzzle-solving skills and your intuition, and click things and get in the door. Yeah, it does have a ton of flavor. Like, if nothing else... Yeah, if nothing else... The gameplay was just so cool and fun. Hey, you over here. This dude, can you, like... Can you lower us down? It's a pretty cool looking scene. Oh, there's statues. So we're just built on statues built into the mountain. So, kind of neat looking, but... Yeah. Alright. Clearly, I'm not feeling this. I think we're done. So, as a demo, Solasta, not super great, but what we get out of it is, I mean, thanks for, oh, hang on a second. I want to stick around to say thanks for playing Weepstone. I'm actually one of the artists on that project. Happy to hear good things from the public. Wow. Well, hey, thank you very much for joining and hanging out with us for a bit. And yeah, excellent work. That was super cool. We'll be happy to buy it day one. I'm not even kidding. That is really cool. Wow, it was great. That is exactly right. All right. Well, given the demos we've tried, I'm going to uninstall that. So every now and then, I search if anyone's streaming it, and is delighted to find your channel. The pleasure is all mine. So would definitely love to play that again. Does it have a release date on it? Let's take a look. Sometime in 2026. Makes sense. Cool. Now I have a question for you in return. Here, let's switch this back to let's switch out of our game mode. Dissolve. All right. Do you happen to know if it will be available on Steam Deck? Now that would be kind of cool. Happy to play it on PC, but if I can run it on handheld. Or if it might come out possibly on the Switch consoles. That would also be neat. Can't say 100% certainty for Steam Deck, but we'll say that it is likely. That's cool. Yeah, you never can tell, but you know, I appreciate you. I'm not going to hold you to it. But it would be really cool. But yeah, definitely great job on that feel. Everything about that felt amazing going into it. You're on the art side, not a developer. That makes sense. But the team is aware of want from a lot of our players. That's awesome. Yeah. Whosever idea it was for the map screen to be the actual like adventure module opening up, that filled me with so much joy. Like, what a brilliant idea. Sometimes it's the little things, but yeah, that I know I'm gushing now, but yeah, that made my night. All right. Wow, I should be playing music, shouldn't I? Oh well. Let's while we're doing that, let's switch back to the game mode, and this time, with what time we might have left tonight. Oh, here we go. I can give credit to that awesome map trick to Sean, our lead at Talesworth. Okay, cool.
You have all dreamed of peace, yet it was nothing more but an illusion.
Okay, we are skipping that. That was louder than I ever imagined it would be. All right. Alright, so I guess we have tutorial and single player. I feel like I know how to play Heroes of Might and Magic. draft the hero, the equipment, the army, and proceed right to a duel. Okay. Classic, and then single hero. Let's play classic. Oh, what's this? Crossroads. So Temple, Necropolis, Schism, and Dungeon. Okay, cool. Well, let's... I don't know which ones to play. Random. Random. Sure. Oh, I'm missing some comments here. Flavor of the art was good. The huge thing that was small was the dice being in color to pop on the black and white. Yes. And also just to throw on there that the fact that they came into the actual game world, like really blurring the line between like a fourth wall sort of thing. The table has come to life. Like you're immersed in this world, and all of a sudden here's a D20 right on the ground, or or going into the latrine. Let's just say that you're poisoned. That was a treat. All right, so this is my hero here. An overlord for dungeon. I'm assuming that's troglodytes, right? Troglodyte. All right, see, I remember this. Goodness, I don't know how to activate anything. Oh, there we go. And a Medusa. Alright, so we run around. We have a certain amount of movement. We grab our resources. We have an ore mine. My favorite thing was always developing the cities. So right off the bat, I can already see... So in, like, Heroes 3... Oh. Let me stop and read this, because I'm just too captivated by by Weepstone to ignore this. Okay. Decision to break the fourth wall are made carefully. We most of all want to bring that feeling of old school D&D onto OSR games. Yep. Yeah, as a fairly active player of those games, it just maybe that's what put that smile on my face. Yeah, right. Oh wait. Well, I like that it was floating around on its own. No, don't. So you can move it around. So in Heroes of Might and Magic 3, a million years ago, it was just a static image and you'd pull in new stuff. But now, I mean, it's more interactive. I like we're calling it Ravenshore. But I guess if they're basing this in Jadame, that would be from Might and Magic 8. It just shows what kind of a dork I am that I remember all that. Alright, so the Byzantine Palace, Gymnasium. Levels up any visiting hero. It seems like a one-time thing, but that's not too bad. The Warrens for Troglodytes. Walls, Amphitheater for Onyx Dancers. Okay. Oh, okay, so... Okay. We have Infiltrators and Minotaurs. Almost like that old movie, Never-Ending Story. The setting is the book, but the movie is the adventure. I feel like a silly person, but I don't remember the Never-Ending Story at all. I only remember the dragon that looked like a dog. All right, let's construct this, because we need more creature generators. All right, so we're producing this many per week, and that's how the game... I'm struggling with the interface a little bit here. The fact that it moves around with my mouse is throwing me off. Okay, recruit. So it's going to cost... I have 19,000 gold. I got plenty for these, and these. So they will at least remain in the garrison until I get someone here. How do I... Oh, okay. So everyone's got, like, fighting styles and... Okay. The kid takes the book to the attic to read it, but the movie is the immersion into the world and tale. Okay, so wait a minute. This is spoilers for anybody who's not seen the Never-Ending Story, but, you know, just pretend you heard nothing. So is it like The Princess Bride? I guess, where the story's being read and the movie is the sort of the kid's imagination of it? I guess that would make sense. Whoa, what did I just do? Okay. Lethal battle. Well, let's not do that. Treasure chest. So, looks like that answer is yes. Okay, cool. Take 1,000 experience. So, this person is an overlord. So, you have two different types of heroes. You have might heroes and magic heroes, of course. So, the overlord, I vaguely remember, is the might hero. I don't remember what the magic one is, but basically they go down different kind of skill sets and strengths. Who doesn't like lethal battle? War is more fun when you're winning. Yeah. So we have triumvirate strength. Once per round, the hero can activate one of the 3 stances in battles. Or in battle. Okay. And then basic defense, we reduce damage taken. Let's go with advanced defense on that. Oh, I get to pick the specific flavor of that advanced defense, I guess. So, reduce damage from counterattacks, reduce from range, or generate focus. I feel like cover to reduce range damage. Knowing nothing about how this game is played, but having abused range damage maliciously all those many eras ago. Magic scroll that we probably can't make use of. Difficult battle. Still lethal. Well, don't zoom into it. I want you to go to it. There we go. So he's out of movement, but we'll go back to town and get all the things we recruited plus anything else. That'll make these battles a lot less lethal. As we move these in, like so. There we go. And we can also build something while we're at it. And to me, I'd like to get as many... creature generators as we can. To have more creatures. You ever have to click off of the game, and then you hope that the game doesn't like crash or something? I don't think this is going to. It is just the nature of it. Okay, here we go. I just built a Minotaur thing. There we go. I will take them all. All right, so now we can mouse over these things, and now we see that it's an easy battle. Normal battle, impossible battle. Okay, well that was... Oh, so lethal is the top tier. Okay. It's like that's an interesting kind of an interesting threshold. Increases mana, magic. Everything uses WASD. And I keep tapping other thing. A beer fountain! Can't get to that because it's blocked by this. And then there's a learning stone, which I'd very much like to get to level up. As much as we can in the demo. I don't know how long this is going to last. Alright, so we level up again. Sorcery is not going to help us. Scouting is honestly not that oh, this shows the sub classes or the sub attributes, whatever they are. So you get long sight, familiar paths, pathfinding, visions, and reconnaissance. Okay, well, let's see. You like how the world develops in movement? Yeah, you just remove that fog of war. And then I kind of like having these sort of sub-specialties. Maybe I need to investigate these more. So we'll take advanced triumvirate strength. I still don't know what that's about. But Alvarian expertise, okay. I say +1 initiative. That seems great. That was another learning stone. Let's just, okay. I was hoping we'd level up again. We'll just level up 100 times before our first battle. Tomb of Nameless Hero. So once per game grants a random artifact. That's a weird way to spell artifact. But that's okay. And then curses its plunderer. Fortune favors the bold. Let's go to it. We can't because these things are in the way. So the enemy's fleeing. We can let them run or we can destroy them, which we will do. We can auto battle, or we can battle it ourselves. We'll auto battle to move along. I'll fight a really good battle. Daylight magic, no. Insight. More experience is fine, but I just don't know if that's going to be... if that's going to be that useful. Like, once you hit a certain threshold, it's like, well, now I have a useless skill. But expert defense sounds nice. Friendly creatures ignore 10% of an attacker's attack when taking normal damage. Yeah. Temporary 10% temporary units. When you're fighting in an area you control, which I'm gonna go with that. Let's get a common curse. Alright, I'm hitting I like that opens my inventory. How do I open that? Alright, so I get -1 morale to enemy creatures. I like it. Now, what curse did I get? Or do I have a curse? You think it feels mobile friendly? Yeah, I see it. Just the way the graphics kind of pop out. Not every game can look like Weepstone. Which is unfortunate. But I can see what you mean, because everything is very, very vibrant. So I would agree. It does look like that. Oop, I need to move the camera, not the dude. I'd like to get to this treasure chest. Then we'll enter. So 750 experience is not a lot. I'm just going to take the cash. Okay, so this is a difficult battle. Let's try actually engaging this one instead of auto battling, because that auto battle was terrible. So we have a tactical phase. Try to get these guys as forward as possible. Not you, him. And the Minotaur here. So there we go. So I think these are ranged dudes, so we did... Oh, that was nice. Little rogue shadow step. Do I have any spells that matter? I have web. And that is it. That's not going to help. I have stances. Increase hero's attack, hero's defense, and hero's spell power. I think I did something. So, high morale lets you move again. So, as I recall, the hero's attack and defense also applied to all the army, or all the creatures in the armies. So if I have higher defense, it should be passed down to these guys, which should hopefully let them weather some hits as we try to close distance, because I'll bet these things are going to go bonkers with their arrows. We're going to have to soften them up as best we can. Now, is it just me, or is this surprisingly quiet? Like, the sounds don't have any real punch to them. Like, let's crank those up a little bit. I hope it accepted that. Alright, and this person does melee attack. Okay. Wow, that was a miserable amount of movement. I was like, maybe it's my earbuds. Maybe they don't have... Maybe I'm somehow not catching a good amount of the sound, but... I don't know, it's a little hard to say. Alright, so the Minotaur is going to plant himself right here, because while he's in melee range, he should stop these two from attacking. Yeah, it's right in the middle of a backflip. High morale, so do it again. Oh, not enough. But you can finish that off. Alright. See, so they're just fighting with glaives like demon hunters. So these things don't allow retaliation, it seems like. All right, let's switch to... Oh, the hero can attack. Let's do that on... this one. See, I didn't hear anything from that. Now, it's a demo, so I'm not going to be a complete jerk, but I kind of would expect to have some really powerful, like, whoosh sound when I do that. Ugh. I feel like I want to go over there and take this thing out. I'm doing a miserable job of reading those numbers. So if I haven't conveyed it already, so we have, like, each one of these, we're doing great on morale. Each unit has a certain amount of hit points to them. Like we can see right here, I think. And there's a quantity of them. So there are 2 in this stack. So the numbers might not make sense sometimes. And the numbers definitely matter for attacking. It's like, I've only got 2 troglodytes here. I'm going to attack 8 of whatever these things are. I guess I'm going to move up to it. So the more that are there, obviously, the harder the hit coming in is. Can I attack this thing again? So it was like a 4 versus 1. So I don't know if it's necessarily like multiplication, but it's... Man, we are losing very terribly here. Let's cast web on this. So that speed is reduced, and then we'll just have our 3 Medusas. Just... Oh, okay, never mind. They've got a range attack, too. Okay, we got this. We'll win with barely anything left. Yeah, we'll have to accept that result. That's okay. This place randomly levels up a skill. I still don't know what a focus charge is. It's probably something that affects hero abilities. Let's go with Jack of all trades. That just seems cool. So you got, whoops, you got items you can pick up, which is nice. So yes, please give me more units. Oh my goodness. Okay, there was a piggy there, I guess. That didn't help me. Almost hit the E key to end turn. Boy, that's a reflex from 20 years ago. And M to move? Nope. Don't remember that one, so that's okay. Thought the spacebar would move. So you come back to town and you're like, hey, I lost literally my entire army. That would be tough. Let's do the gymnasium. Level up again. Did we not get any skills or anything? Okay, no. I suppose not. All right. So overall, I think we got the idea though, right? The promise is that it's a return to the style and the feel of Heroes of Might and Magic 3. Because Might and Magic, like, I think it got sold to, like, a long time ago. I know 3DO is not around anymore. But I think Ubisoft has it now, which some people don't like them, but like, I think they've done okay with Might and Magic Heroes, but they definitely had to go into their own lore. I don't know if there was some kind of rights issue or if they were like, nah, we're gonna just build it ourselves. We can do better. I do miss things being on Enroth, so the promise is that we return to that world. And so far, I can feel it. Like, some of the names are familiar. Like, let's how do I get out of here? I guess it's a main menu. There we go. Like, that's the whole bit about the Olden era. I guess it's in early access. We'll be able to try out Hive and Sylvan factions. Good times there. But yeah, let's meet each other on the fields of Jadaim. So, and that kind of makes sense, because I believe the first Heroes of Might and Magic game, like probably 1 and 2, took place, I would imagine, in the continent of Enroth. Then Heroes 3 was largely on, not Arathia, but Antagarich. Anyway, it's where Arathia was. And so this would be the third continent they identified on Enroth, which was Jadaim. I just really felt the need to sound like the smartest Might and Magic nerd in the room. But returning to the old factions, and if they keep the old magic system, which I probably should have played a magic wielding character to explore that, like, that might be pretty fun. Yeah, that dragon's just hosing then. That might be a lot of fun to return to. But yeah, I think, you know, it's like, okay, I get it. It's Here's a Might and Magic. Why isn't my camera on? Now we're back. I think we just really need some other games to come out. But the other thing we need to do is get the music playing. All right. So that was fun. We got a couple of really good demos in tonight. We got to talk to a member of the team of the best one, which is really great. So I just want to say thank you for dropping in and giving us the inside info on, what is it, the Secret of Weepstone? I want to get the full name there. If you had fun tonight watching this, by all means, yeah, bookmark it or wishlist it. The Secret of Weepstone. It's coming out in 2026. That was awesome. Play the demo. Play it over and over and see what happens there. Try some new character combos out. And we'll be looking forward to that. But I had a great time. Still lurking, yes. Happy to drop in. Thanks. Thank you again. Have a quality evening. We'll see you next time.